Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to build a stylish calculator using Python. By the end of this video, you will not only have a working calculator but also a clear idea of how Tkinter widgets, grid layout, and functions come together to make a GUI application. So, this is the basic layout of our calculator. At the top, we have the entry box, which works like the calculator screen. It shows the input we typed and the final result. For this entry widget, we will be using functions like get, insert, delete, etc. to manage the text inside it. Below that, you can see our buttons arranged in a grid. We use the grid method to place each button in its exact row and column, just like a table. That's how the calculator layout is created. And down here, I have written the functions we will use. Click adds numbers to the entry box. Clear removes everything. Equal calculates the expression. And finally, root.main loop keeps the window running so we can use the calculator. So now that you have seen the layout of our calculator, the entry box at the top, the buttons arranged in a grid, and the functions that make everything work, let's jump into the actual code and start building it step by step. So here I am starting by importing everything from the Tkinter module. This will allow us to build the graphical user interface for our stylish calculator. Now we will create the main window for our calculator. I kept the window size 460 by 570 pixels, and for the background color I choose dark slate grey to give it a stylish look. Here I have added an entry function, which is basically an input field where the numbers and result will be shown. I set the font size to 24, give it a slate grey background, white text color, removed the border and aligned the text to the right, just like a real calculator display. Then I use the grid geometry manager, which allows me to place this widget in a table-like structure. Then I just added some padding around it for better spacing. Next, I created a function called click. In this function, I used end, which just means add the number at the end of the text box. I also wrapped the number in string function because the entry box only accepts text. So we have to convert numbers into string before inserting them. Now I have made an equal function. It takes whatever we typed in the entry box using e.get function, and then it uses eval to calculate that text as a math expression. Before showing the result, I first clear the entry box with delete function, and then I put the answer back using insert function. I also wrapped everything in a try except block, so if the user types something wrong, instead of crashing it will simply show error. Here, I created a clear function. All it does is use delete function to remove everything from the entry box. So the screen becomes empty. Now, I made a list called buttons. Each item in this list has three things: the text that will appear on the button, and the row and column where that button should be placed on the grid. For example, 7 will go at row 1, column 0, 8 at row 1, column 1, and so on. This way, all the numbers, operators, equal sign, and clear button are neatly arranged in a calculator layout. So, now we will style the buttons. Here, I created a dictionary where I set the font, size, width, height, border, and also the active background color. Now, we will create all the buttons for our calculator. I am using a for loop that goes through each item in the buttons list. Here, I used copy function to make a fresh copy of the button style dictionary so that when I update it from one button, it does not affect the others. Then, with update function, I change specific styles like background color and text color for that particular button. Like for the equal button, I give it a green background and connect it to the equal. If the button is of clear, I give it a red background, link it to the clear function, and make it stretch across the whole row using column span 4. For all the other buttons like numbers and operators, I give them a white background and connect them to the click function so that number or symbol shows up on the screen. The grid function is what actually places the button in the window, based on the row and column we gave earlier. Now, the reason I first created a list of buttons is because it saves me from writing separate code for each button one by one. And the dictionary for button style helps keep all the common styling in one place, so I only change the parts that are different like color or function. Here's a little task for you. I want you to explore what the sticky option does in Tkinter grid system. Take a few minutes, try it out or search about it, and then share your answer in the comments below. This way you will not only learn by watching but also by practicing and engaging. Finally, this line keeps our window open and running, so we can interact with the calculator. Without this, the window would just close immediately. Now, we will run the code. Here is our calculator. So, you can check that each function is working well. So, that's it. Our stylish calculator is complete and fully working. We learned how to create a window, add an entry box, style our buttons, and connect them to functions like click, clear, or equal. Now, here's your small challenge. Try adding one more feature to this calculator, maybe a square root button or a percentage button. Experiment a little and see if you can make it work. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coding projects. And also drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. I will be happy to check them out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.